Hey guys, welcome back to another unboxing video here on Buckeye.state.fishing. You guys seem to like these and I like doing them, so here's another one I'm bringing to you. Today we're going to compare the Mystery Tackle Box Pro to the 6th standard Super 6 sack. So we're going to break down both of these, talk about the baits that are in them, the price points, and kind of compare them a little bit. So let's get into it. So guys, now we're going to break into the 6th Super 6 sack. This is the standard version. If you wanted to pick up a 6th sack standard, it is going to cost you $23 a month. Now if you sign up for a higher level subscription, the price drops the longer your subscription is. This is just the one-time purchase for a single month. They sent a green bag this time. I've received red, I've received black. This is about my third time getting it, so it's just interesting that they do have different shades that they can send you. But let's go ahead and break into this thing. The first bait, guys, we have is the Cloud9 C15 in Wild Shad. Now this lure is 1 ounce. It dives 12 to 19 feet. Like I said, this is the Wild Shad color. Let's get this out. So like I said, this is the Wild Shad color. It's kind of a sexy shad, where instead it goes to a purple toned back, but it's just a basic sexy shad pattern with a little bit of their own twist. It says 6th Sense on the back. Like I said, this dives 12 to 19 feet, and this whole thing weighs about 1 ounce. And if you wanted to pick up one of these, that would cost you $7.99. Next, we have the Crush Mini 25 MD. So I'm going to guess MD means medium diver. This is the Ghost Pro Shad. Now, this bait dives 4 to 7 feet and is a 1/4 ounce. So like I said, this is a Ghost Pro Shad. Just more of a translucent shad pattern with more of a defined wider belly, but the midsection is pretty translucent. You can see my finger along the back there. Like I said, this dives 4 to 7 feet and is a 1/4 ounce. If you wanted to pick up a Crush Mini 25 MD, that's going to cost you $7.99. Our next bait, guys, is the Divine Swim Jig. This is a 1/2 ounce in the Pro Green. Let's see if we can bust this guy out real quick. So this is just your simple swim jig. However, inside the skirt, there is a screw lock. So you can secure your trailer onto this swim jig with the screw lock. You just got to twist it on there. It keeps it on there for multiple catches. This is, like I said, Pro Green, so it's got a little bit of chartreuse or a light milky green into this almost all white swim jig. It's a 1/2 ounce. Good strong weed guard, nice stout hook, definitely going to hold up. Hopefully you guys can catch a big one on one of these. If you wanted to pick up a Divine Swim Jig, that is going to cost you $4.99. Now we're getting into the soft plastics, guys. We have the Clout 5.4, that stands for 5.4 inches long in the Ghost Gill color. Let's see if we can get this open. It's just your typical stick bait. Got some nice texture to this. I'm sure the thought process is that with that texture helps the bass hold on longer. Just kind of a pumpkin brown, a little bit of copper and purple flake in there. If you wanted to pick up a 10-pack of the Clout 5.4, that's going to cost you $4.99, guys. Now we're getting into our last bait, another soft plastic. This is the Prawn 4.2, so it's 4.2 inches long. This is an 8-pack, and this is called Grass Candy. It's kind of a green pumpkin and purple flake bait, or like a Mardi Gras colored bait. So you got nice green pumpkin and then purple flake belly. These appendages come apart. You can break them apart, and I'm sure this makes lots of action. As you guys can see, it's bouncing around a lot. Just holding it here. Nice strong plastic. These appear to be a rather nice bait. If you wanted to pick up some 4.2 inch prawns and grass candy, that would cost you $4.99. Well guys, that's all we have in the 6th length bag. So let's go ahead and break into the mystery tackle box, and we'll talk about adding them all up at the end. So guys, this is the Mystery Tackle Box Pro. I picked this up for about $25. I talk about how I've been a long time subscriber to them. So let's break open this and talk about some of the baits they had in this month's Mystery Tackle Box Pro. As always, comes with a card with all the baits that come inside. Comes with the dibble, nice little bit of reading material, some tips, tricks, what to do, how to rig baits, all that good stuff. Got a decal, and it's a crankbait dropping in with a parachute. If you guys play Call of Duty, you know that's how I am from the gulag, coming in hot. And another tips and tricks card. This is talking about these specific baits that come in this month's box. So guys, the first bait we have is the Bagley Spinner Shad. This is an MTB exclusive color. This is a prop bait. It's just kind of a basic golden shad pattern. Let's get this guy out. Like I said, just a simple prop bait, kind of a torpedo style bait for sure. Got a gold stripe down the back to a nice white and red belly. Basic shad pattern. This is the MTB exclusive color though. Bagley always does this cool thing. Anytime they make an exclusive color for MTB, they always put a promo code on the back to receive 20% off the rest of their baits on their shop if you want to order more Bagley baits from their website. If you want to pick up a Bagley Spinner Shad, that'll cost you $10.99. Our next bait, guys, is the Strike Pro Swing Pop 85. So this is a bluegill bait. It is kind of similar to a jitterbug or a walking bait. Gonna pull this guy out. Like I said, this is the bluegill color. It's got a really nice holographic tone to it. It's gonna make a lot of flash, and this cupped mouth helps the bait to walk and spit water in the water. I'm very excited to get out and use this. This kind of honestly just looks like a scaled up jitterbug to me, and I love throwing jitterbugs. I think this is going to be killer in low light conditions, and especially at nighttime. If you like going to ponds at night, I think this bait would be killer. If you wanted to pick up a Strike Pro Swing Pop 85, that is going to cost you $10.49. Then guys, we have the Spuda Bait Co. This is the Swagger Worm. It is a 7-inch cutter worm, I guess is the closest thing I could describe. This is, like I said, another Mardi Gras color, kind of grass candy. Real strong garlic scent on these. You can separate the tail here and get that good cutter worm tail going. Like I said, you got a green pumpkin back to a purple flake belly. If you wanted to pick up some Buddha Bait Co. Swagger worms, that's going to cost you $4.99. Another soft plastic we have in here, guys, is the Riot Baits Tantrum. This is a craw, probably it's a trailer craw basically, just a smaller scaled down version. It'll be perfect for some smaller jigs, and they have appendages which have some ledges here that are going to make really a lot of action. They're going to displace a lot of water in their kicking, and it'll fit on the back of probably just about any micro jig you have. This is the green pumpkin color. If you wanted to pick up some Riot Baits Tantrums, that's going to cost you $4.99. Okay guys, just a few more baits left. We have a D&L tackle jig. This is the Brad Roy Special. Now, this is the Baby Advantage jig from D&L Tackle, and this is kind of a green pumpkin bluegill pattern. It's got a little bit of orange, a little bit of blue in here, like it's making you think more of a bluegill or sunfish pattern up in here. But this will pair awesome with that tantrum. They're going to be perfect size together. As you can see, lots of real thin, fine silicone in this skirt. It's going to be perfect in the water, and that tantrum is going to pair up really nicely. I'm going to put one of those on for a second actually. Here it is, guys, a nice micro jig presentation. That Tantrum pairs up perfectly with the DNL tackle jig. Like I said, this is the Baby Advantage jig, and that's going to make a lot of commotions and be able to pop in some really nice tight places while giving you more of a finessey presentation. If you wanted to pick up a DNL tackle Advantage, Baby Advantage jig, that's going to cost you $4.19. So guys, the last soft plastic we're going to get into is the X-Zone Lures Pro Series Adrenaline Bug in the black and blue flake. So I'll bust one of these guys out. I've thrown these before. These are awesome baits. They have floating claws, so this whole bottom half of the bait down here stands up. Rather similar profile to the prawn. This is a nice black and blue color. They came with 4 in this pack, so you can separate the appendages here. So you got a total of 4 appendages, 2 long ones and 2 short ones, and like I said, these float. So this bait will stand up on the bottom and these appendages will just float. I've heard these are good for punching. They fit in and out of real tight spaces and don't get hung up on too much. If you wanted to pick up some X-Zone Adrenaline Bugs in the black and blue flake, that's going to cost you $2.99. And guys, last but not least, we got some 3/0 offset worm hooks. These will be perfect to pair up with that Buddha Bait Co. Swagger worm when you're swimming it through some grass, or the adrenaline bug or prawn even. So I look forward to getting to use these. This is just a quick 3-pack. You can never have too many hooks because you always end up snagging them or losing them. Get a good fish, they could bend them out. So I look forward to getting to use these. But if you wanted to pick up some Stickies offset worm hooks, that's going to cost you $2.10. Well guys, that's all I have for the Mystery Tackle Box Pro, so now let's talk about the price point on both of these boxes. So guys, when you really look at all these are both some quality tackle subscription companies. They are pretty different though, so it just really depends on what you're looking for. If you really like 6th and all of their products, and that's primarily who you use, then you'd probably want to go with 6th because they only include their baits, which there's nothing wrong with that. They have some very nice baits, very high quality, and they have just about any bait for any kind of situation you need. Or you can go with the Mystery Tackle Box, where if you decide that you really like to try new baits, new companies, then that's more what you're going to lean towards. Now, I realize that these aren't a complete fair comparison because this is just the standard version of the Super 6, and this is the Pro version. But I had to do with what I could work with, and this is the best I could do. So I look forward to hopefully getting a better comparison for you guys in the future. But for now, we're going to talk about the price point. The Super 6 sack, when you add up all the baits, it comes to $30.95. So pretty much $31, and you pay $23 monthly. But if you get a longer subscription, the price starts to drop. The Mystery Tackle Box Pro, if you sign up and have the subscription I have for $25 a month, which is the much longer subscription, and you add up all of those baits, it comes to $40.74. So again, there's pretty much a $10 difference between the standard and the Pro version of the Mystery Tackle Box and the standard version of the Super 6. But honestly, both of these are really good companies, and it really just kind of depends on what you want to look for. If you're going to look for just more of 6th and you want to try just some different things and see what they send you each month, then this is the way to go. They turned out with some good baits. That swim jig's awesome. The prawn is incredible. The Crush Mini, I can't wait to get out and see that. And the Clout 9, I definitely need to learn how to get better at fishing deep, and I definitely think that crankbait's going to help. But I love the fact that Mystery Tackle Box put in some baits that I'd never heard of. Like, I didn't know Bagley made a prop style bait like a torpedo, and I'd never heard of the Buddha Bait Co. So I can't wait to get out and try swimming that worm. And I always love the adrenaline bug from X-Zone Lures. So bottom line is, guys, it kind of just depends on what you're looking for. And I hope that this video, if you're on the fence about either of these companies, I hope that this video helps push you one way or another. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next time.